Question 16. N is an integer, that's a whole number, greater than 1. Prove algebraically that n squared minus 2 minus n minus 2 squared is always an even number. Now it doesn't hurt at the start of these questions to substitute a number in just to check you understand what's going on. There's no marks for putting an integer in, but it helps understand what's going on. So I'm going to pick n, I'm going to say let's let n equal 3 because that's an integer greater than 1. If I put 3 into this I should get an even number. So 3 squared is 9, take 2, take 3 minus 2 is 1 and I've got to square it, so take 1 squared which would be 1. 9 take 2 is 7, take 1 is 6, 6 is an even number. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is take this expression n squared minus 2 minus n minus 2 all squared, simplify it in the hope I get something that's always going to be even. For example, if I got it down to 2n, if this expression here simplified to 2n, that's clearly always going to be an even number because it's 2 times something, and 2 times anything is the 2 times table and they're all even. I'm going to start by expanding this bracket here, the n minus 2 squared. So I'm going to have n squared minus 2 minus, I'm just going to keep the bracket there. So I'm going to expand the n minus 2 squared, which don't forget means 2 of the brackets multiplied together. It's not n squared minus 4. So if I expand the two brackets, I get n squared minus 2n minus 2n plus 4. Be careful with the minus 2 times minus 2. And if I tidy it up, I've got n squared minus 4n plus 4. So instead of putting n minus 2 all squared in the bracket, I'm going to put n squared minus 4n plus 4. Getting to that point picks me up my first mark. To get rid of the brackets, I need to multiply through by minus 1. When there's a minus and in the bracket, there's technically the number 1 there that we don't write. So it's going to multiply through by minus 1. So I've got n squared minus 2 minus n squared plus 4n minus 4. So I've multiplied everything in the bracket by minus 1. Now I have my second mark. Let's see how this simplifies. I've got n squared, take n squared. Well, that's nothing. I've got a positive 4n. And I've got minus 2, take 4. So that'll be minus 6. You may remember at the start, I'm hoping to get 2 lots of something, because 2 times anything is always an even number. So what I'm going to do here is factorize a 2 out. So I've got 2 bracket 2n minus 3. And there is my third mark. To get my fourth mark, I have to make sure the examiner knows that I know what I'm doing. So I need to state 2 multiplied by anything, or actually to be correct I should put by any integer, because that's what it said in the question, is always even. As long as 2n minus 3 is an integer, as long as n is an integer, it doesn't matter what this bracket comes to, because 2 lots of it will always be an even number. And there is the fourth mark.